Okay, hello everybody. So in the previous slide, I have discussed that what is resultant, how to find out the component of a force along two horizontal and vertical axis. Okay, so when the number of force is 2, then we are using parallelogram or triangle law to determine what is the resultant. But when the number of forces is more than 2, okay, so at that time we cannot use the parallelogram and the triangle law because it is limited to only two forces. So graphically we can use polygon law to determine the resultant, but it is not recommended because it is a time consuming, because graphically you have to draw the things and to get the resultant. So analytically we can find out the resultant of number of is more than 2 by resolution and composition method. Okay, so this problem we already discussed, that how to find out the component of these forces, that is 600 Newton, 500 Newton and this 800 Newton. So and these are the results we got in the last class. So just remember that each force having two components, one along horizontal axis, another along vertical axis. Okay, so one will be cos component, another will be sine component, the angle to which axis is given, that is cos component, and the other component will be the sine component, that we have discussed. So now if I want to find out what is the resultant of these three force, okay, so very simple steps are there. So first what you have to do, first you have to do this much, that means you have to split all the forces into its nearest x and y axis in its quadrant and find out the value or magnitude of these components. This is the first step. So in the first step, find out or resolve all the forces horizontally and vertically. Okay, as we did it here. After that, we will do the algebraic sum of all the horizontal component and algebraic sum of all the vertical components. So after getting the algebraic sum of all horizontal and vertical components, we will get the resultant is equal to horizontal force total square plus vertical force square root over, and angle is equal to tan theta is equal to vertical by horizontal. So in the next slide with the example it will be clarified more. Okay, so if the same problem will continue to find out what is the resultant, so what we will do, that this is the force. Okay, so first we will consider the 600 force. So in this 600 force, first we will find out what is the component of its. So we got 491 as a horizontal component and 344 as the vertical component. So let place it in the xy coordinate. So if I place it in the xy coordinate, it will be act like this. Okay, so 491 is positive, so it will be directed towards the right side. 344 is positive, that's why it is acting towards up. Getting? So in this manner I place it in the quadrant. Similarly the next force is 500. So this 500 again we have rotated towards the x axis and rotated towards the y axis and x axis. So we got the component direction, as well as we got the magnitude as cos component and sine component. So we got it as minus 400. Why minus? Because it is directed towards the negative direction or towards the left, and the y component will be 300 plus, it is directed towards the up. So again these two component, if we place it here, what it will give you? It will give you this one. Okay, so 300 is positive, so it is directed upward, and the x component will be minus 400, so I gave the direction towards the left, but put the magnitude here plus 400. Okay, so the plus or minus sign only indicates what is the direction of these two forces. Okay, similarly while you are considering the next 800 Newton force, so now again it is in which quadrant? It is in fourth quadrant. So if you rotate towards x and y, what I will get? the horizontal component I will get towards right, and the value we have already calculated 358, and the vertical component is acting in downward direction, and we have calculated how much, minus 716 Newton. Minus indicates it acts towards downward direction. So if you will put it, I will get this one. This is the two component of this 800 Newton. Okay, so in this manner we have resolved all the forces into different component. So here we are doing resolution of forces. First we are splitting the given force into number of component force. Okay, so now, so second step, we will find out what is the net force acting along x direction and what is the net force acting along y direction. So now we have only two type of force, either all horizontal force or all vertical force. So as all horizontal and vertical force, simply we can do the vector addition to get it. Okay, so what we will do, that if we will add these three force, we will get what, that 491 plus 358, and as this direction is towards the negative, it should be minus 4. Do so, what will do, we will get 449 Newton. That is the net force acting in which direction, in the horizontal direction. And as this magnitude we are getting positive, now tell me the net effect of all these three forces, that is 400, 358 and 491, is the net effect is plus value or positive value. So definitely we have to replace it with a single force, that is what, 449 Newton, and as it is positive, it is directed towards the right side. Similarly, if you will do the algebraic sum of all the vertical forces, so what are the vertical forces, 344, 300 Newton and down 716. So as 344 and 300 Newton acting in upward direction, so these two force will be positive, and as it is acting in downward direction, this force will be negative, and the net will be minus 72. And as it is getting minus 72, that means the net effect of these three force is acting definitely in downward direction. So again what we will do, we will just combine the horizontal forces and combine the vertical forces. So I will get a net horizontal force and net vertical force. So now if I will think that I have only two forces, one is 449 Newton, another is 72 Newton. Okay, so definitely the resultant will act in which quadrant? So the resultant will act in this fourth quadrant. So in this manner the resultant will act. So this is the resultant of this 449 and 72 Newton. Okay, so how will calculate? You know that while there is two forces, how to get it? Now we will do the composition of forces. That means we will combine these two force to get a single force, that is this resultant. So the resultant, in this manner you can find out the magnitude of the resultant. And how to get the direction? So to get the direction, so as I have three forces, can I create or construct a triangle? That means this is the vertical force, this is the horizontal force, okay, and this is the resultant. So I am just taking these three force, and here I construct a right angle triangle. Okay, and let this horizontal force is making theta degree with the horizontal line. So as it is a right angle triangle, tan theta is equal to how much? This vertical line by the horizontal line. That means tan theta is equal to vertical force by horizontal force, that is 72 by 449, that is 9.11 degree. Okay, so the magnitude of the resultant is 454.73 Newton, and the direction is 9.11 degree to the horizontal in the fourth quadrant. So in this manner we can represent the resultant of that three forces. Getting? So this is the simplest way or easiest method to find out, and this is the important thing, that if you understand how to get the resultant, now we can easily enter into the equilibrium problems or free body diagram problems. So that we will do. Okay, now tell me, initially I have this force system, then I reduce the force system into the component, this force, and after this I combine and I get these are the forces, the combination of means after combining this force I will get these two force, and after again combining this, here I am getting this force. So now whether I will apply out of these three force system, whether by this method, by this method, by this method, or by this method, is there any change of the effect of the force? That means at a point, instead of applying 600, 500 and 800 Newton in this manner, if I apply these are the horizontal and vertical force, is the effect will be remain same or it will different? Or only 449 towards right horizontally, 72 down vertically. If I will apply this only two force at a point, is the effect is there any change? Or if I will apply only this 454.73 degree with 9 degree angle to x axis, is there any change? No, all will have the same effect, because this we are splitting into the component. So here we are doing the resolution. Okay, again here we do the composition, because I am just combining the different forces to get the single force. Again here I am combining two different force to get a single force. So by resolution and composition method we can reduce the force system into a single force system. Okay, and this is the way to find out the resultant while the number of force is more than 2. Okay, whether it will be 3 forces, 4 forces, 5 forces, doesn't matter, we can solve it. Okay, so now next move to the so these are the simple steps which already we have discussed, so go through it. Okay, so in this problem we have 4 number of forces: F1 150 which is acting 30 degree with the horizontal, F2 80 Newton which is 20 degree with the y axis or the vertical axis, and F3 which is acting in the vertical axis itself, and F4 is 100 Newton which is acting 15 degree with the horizontal respectively. Okay, so we have to find out what is the resultant of forces acting on this bolt A. Okay, so in the same manner each force we will find out what is the component of that force, what is the magnitude of that component force, what is the direction of that component force. So finally we can find out what is the resultant of the 4 forces. Okay, so better in this tabular manner you can do it. Okay, so first list out how many forces are there. So here 4 forces are there. So F1, F2, F3 and F4, these are the 4 forces. Then write down the magnitude of these forces. Okay, like this: 150, 80, 110 and 10 Newton. So now go one by one to find out the component, direction and magnitude of the respective force. So now first 150 Newton. So what are the components? So if I rotate this 150 Newton towards the x axis, so the direction of that force will be definitely towards right. If I rotate towards the y axis, the direction will be definitely towards the up direction. So I will get the force direction in this manner. Then if I will find out what is the magnitude of it, so 30 degrees given to which axis? To x axis. So definitely this will be the cos component, and the other one will be the sine component. So it will be 150 cos 30, it will be 150 sine 30. So if I will find out the values, so I will get the values this one, that is 129.9 is the cos component, that is the x component or x component, and plus 75, this is the y component. Why this is plus? Because this is directed towards right side, positive direction, this is directed towards up, so positive direction. Okay, next move to the 80 Newton. In the 80 Newton, again we first will decide what is the direction of it. So first hold this arrow mark and rotate towards the nearest x and y in the respective quadrant. So if I rotate it towards the x, just mark it. If I am rotating like this, what is the direction of that force? Direction towards left. If I'll rotate towards y, the direction will be towards up. So I'll get the direction like this. Now what is the magnitude? So for the magnitude, first you have to decide which one is the cos component, which one is the sine component. So here just mark that the 20 degree is with which axis? Is the y axis. So the y will be the cos component and the other will be the sine component. So the y component will be 80 cos 20 and the x component will be 80 sine 20. So if I'll get the values, so I'll get this much. So why I have taken it minus 27.4? Because it is direct towards which direction? Towards left side. So that's why it is minus 27.4. So you have to give this plus and sign, plus or minus sign very carefully. Okay. Similarly, it is direct towards up, so the value will be positive. Okay. Now the third force. The third force will be 110 Newton. So H 110 Newton, just mark it. It is acting where? It is not inclined to whether x direction or y direction. It is acting in the y direction. H, it is acting in the y direction. So it is acting along the y direction. So there is no effect on the x axis. So no horizontal component. So the horizontal component will be 0. And as it is acting in downward direction, so definitely it will be how much? Minus 110. Okay. Similarly F4. So if F4 I will rotate towards the x axis, the direction will be towards right. If I rotate towards the y axis, the direction towards down, like this. Okay. And what will be the value? So 15 degrees given with the x axis. So x will be the cos component and the other one will be the sine component, and this value will be positive, this value will be negative. So if you will calculate, the value will be plus 96.5 minus 25.9 degree. Okay, sorry, Newton. Okay, so in this manner, first find out whatever the forces are there, each force component along horizontal axis and vertical axis, get its magnitude with respect to its direction, that is whether plus magnitude or minus magnitude. Okay, after that we will get the sum of all the horizontal component and sum of all the vertical component. So I am getting plus 199.1 Newton and all the vertical force will be plus 14.3 Newton. So now as I am getting the net force acting along horizontal direction and net force acting along vertical direction, now I can find out what is the resultant and what is the inclination with the horizontal axis. You are acquainted with this. Okay, so in this manner we got what is how to calculate the resultant of the while number of forces are acting on it. Okay, next, similarly determine the component of each force and find out the resultant of the force acting on this bolt. So how many forces are there? 3 forces, 80 Newton, 120, 150 Newton. Okay, so here instead of making the table, means initially you can do it, but while you are once acquainted, directly I can write this equation. Okay, so 80 Newton, if I rotate the 80 Newton along x and y axis, mark the direction will be towards right, positive, direction will be towards up, positive. 80 Newton is 40 with x axis, so x component will be the cos component and the y component will be sine component. So 80 cos 40, that is the horizontal force, 80 sine 40, that is the vertical force, both will be positive. Getting? Similarly next is 120 Newton. It is acting in the same quadrant, first quadrant, but 120 Newton is making with 70 degree with the horizontal line. Okay, so again if I take the component along x axis, it is directed towards positive right side. Again if I rotate it towards the y, it is directed towards positive upward. So both is positive. So which one is the cos component? Horizontal will be cos component because towards horizontal it is acting 70 degree. So 120 cos 70, so and the y will be 120 sine 70. Okay, so now this 150 Newton acting in the second quadrant, 35 with the horizontal. So while I will rotate it, just mark it, the y component will be directed towards up, so positive, but while it will be directed rotate towards the x axis, it is directed towards left. Okay, so h it is directed towards left, it will be definitely negative. So horizontal component will be negative. 150 cos 35, cos 35 because 35 is given with respect to x axis, and the other component will be the sine component. So I'll get the values of net horizontal force, net vertical force. Now you can find out what is the resultant, what is the inclination of that horizontal force with the what is the inclination of the resultant with x axis. In this manner we can calculate. Okay. Similarly, here also I will just give you the example. Okay, so here what to do? Now my suggestion is that instead of seeing the calculation, try to solve it by yourself, and the result is there, just match it. Okay, just I am briefly discuss. 100 Newton in the first quadrant, 30 degree given with the x axis, so the x component will be the, or the horizontal component will be the cos component, and as I rotate it towards the x, direct towards right, so positive. If I rotate towards y, it is directed towards up, so again positive. So y component will be the sine component. This 75, if I rotate towards the x axis, the direction is towards the right, left, so it will be negative. Angle is given towards the x axis, so it will be cos. It is directed towards up, so it will be the sine component 75. Okay. Similarly, the 125, it is in the third quadrant. Inclination is given with the x axis. If I rotate towards the x axis, the direction is towards the left side, so it will be minus. If I rotate towards the y axis, again it is directed towards the down, so again it is minus. So as this 125 cos 60, okay, because 60 degree is given towards the x axis, so x component will be cos component, the other one will be the sine component. Similarly, the 150 Newton, the cos 60 degree is given with the x axis, and if I rotate towards the x, it is directed towards the right, so it is positive, and the value will be cos 60. And if I rotate towards y, the direction will be towards down, so it is negative, and the value will be sine 60. If you solve it, you will get the net x force is equal to 46.75, net y force is equal to minus 135.12. So you will get the resultant, that is horizontal force square plus vertical force square root over, and tan theta is equal to vertical force by horizontal. So here I can take the positive magnitude simply. So I will get this is the value. Similarly, this is one more problem. So instead of given it like this, so here is given in a subjective manner. From this you have to draw that the forces are acting in which direction, like 20 degree inclined at 30 degree to northeast. So northeast 20 Newton inclined at 30 degree with the northeast, 25 towards the north, 25 towards the north. Okay, so it is acting in the vertical direction, so it has no component along horizontal direction. Okay, only it has a effect in the vertical direction. 30 degree to the northwest, 30 Newton towards the northwest. Okay, inclination is given here, it is not mentioned, it should mention. Okay, 35 degree at 40 degree, 35 Newton at 40 degree toward the southwest, southwest 35 Newton with 40 degree. Okay, find out its resultant. So in the same manner we can find out the resultant. This next slide. Sorry. So without seeing the solution, try to solve it by yourself and match with the answer. Okay. Similarly, one more problem is there. The value is same. Okay. So here find out in the same manner and find out what is the resultant of this given force system. So here the inclination is not given for this 722 Newton, but a symbol is there. I already told you that how to find out the inclination of this symbol. Here I have solved it. Okay, so accordingly check it, and without seeing the solution, try to solve it by yourself. Okay, so that will help you a lot. Similarly, this is one more problem. Here I have not given the detailed solution, but the answer I have given here. So solve it and check with the answer. Clear? Okay, in the coming slide we will move to the free body diagram, problems on the equilibrium, that is the rigid body, that is equivalent force system, then equilibrium problems. So if you will understand this class 2, it will be very easy for you to cover up these chapters. Okay, so we'll coming up within again next 4 to 5 days. So within that, please solve the slide 1 and slide 2, which will help you a lot to understand this upcoming class 3. Okay, thank you.